Okay, are we good? I think we're filming. All right, cool. What's up, guys? I'm back with another video for today. Yeah, I got a really special one for y'all. A really special one. This is gonna be very unique. Well, I mean, the whole topic isn't unique, but the actual series I'm gonna be covering today is unique. If you got it from the title, the thumbnail, today we're gonna be reading. I'm gonna be doing our review on Kizumonogatari. This is a translated book by the author Nisio Isin. I just wanted to try something new today. I just had the idea randomly earlier, and I was like, I want to make us 2 videos today, but I don't want another one to be a gaming video because it takes too long to make. And upload. So yeah, I settled on this. Anyway. Let me give some background real quick on just this series in general. I can, I don't know, explain it easier, I guess. I don't know, I guess. Yeah. So yeah, Kizumonogatari is part of a series called the Monogatari series, written by Nisio Isin. Palindromic name. It's like a pen name, basically. And yeah, it is the chronologically, it's the first book in the series. But it's not the first one to come out. The first one to come out is Bakemonogatari. And that one came out back in, I believe it was 2000 and, I think it was translated in 2009 or 8. It was one of those. But regardless of the dates, this is the second book to get translated in the series. So there was Bakemonogatari. There was 3 books in Bakemonogatari, and then Kizu came out. After Kizu was Nisei, but we'll cover that a different day. Anywhoosies, I just kind of wanted to give my thoughts on the whole book as a whole, and just kind of tell y'all what it's about, because I thought it'd be pretty cool, pretty interesting. I'm going to set this up. I guess I'll just keep it right here. It also has one of my favorite covers in the entire series with this chick right here. She's pretty cool. She's like, I guess technically she's like the antagonist. Something like that. So, yeah. Now that the background's out of the way, let's just get right into it. All right. So, this book is about a 17-year-old. His name is Koyomi Araragi. That's how you say his full name. And he's the main character of the series, really. And yeah, so he goes to high school. He goes to this place called Naoetsu High. Naoetsu High. And he's a loner. He's a loner, basically. And the book starts off with just, him telling us he fails all his classes. He's not really good at most of his classes except math. He makes that distinction, except math, which comes into play way later on into the series. So there's that. And he's a loner. He likes to just he goes to school. A lot of the times he skips and just kind of walks around. So that's kind of how the book starts. It starts off with him just doing that. He meets this girl named Hanekawa. So Hanekawa's pretty cool. She's another mainstay character. She's very important. She's very smart. She's like the opposite of Araragi. She's a model student, and like everybody looks up to her, and she's part of the student council and everything. But she just gets interested in him one day. She just sees him walk around. He's like, hey, what's your name? And they start talking, and he gets a bit horny over her, and for some reason wants to look at her panties. I'm like, nigga, come on, bro. Like, you don't gotta do all that, bro. Like, I don't know. Why you looking at panties, though? Like, I know the wind blew, super hard, and, she had, a skirt on. Niggas be horny, bro. That's all I can say. Yeah. Anywho, that happens. They talk about vampires and stuff, and just cool the myths, the mythos of supernatural stuff, because she's really interested in that. And he's like, oh yeah, whatever. then later on in the chapter, I think it's the next chapter. He goes over to like get a porn mag from like a bookstore or something, and then he sees like this vampire that's dying, which is the girl on the cover, by the way, and she has like her limbs chopped off, and he's like, "Whoa, what's going on here?" And she says, "Please heal me." He initially runs away, but then he comes back because he's like, "You know what? I don't even care about my life. Like, I don't have anything to live for. Like, who cares about me?" And he like lets her suck his neck, and then he basically dies. But then he like wakes up, and he wakes up in like this abandoned building. He goes outside. Starts burning. The girl saves him, but she's in the form of a little girl because she says she lost all her power or something. She had to revert back. And yeah, so he gets brought back inside. This old dude shows up. Not old, he's like in his 30s. And he meets him. He's like, "Oh, who are you?" He's like, "Oh, I'm Oshino, that's my name." And then, yeah, that's basically the end of the first part of the book. That's the first part. That's the end of the intro. So yeah, I'm just gonna breeze over kind of just miscellaneous things regarding the book outside of that now. So that was the brief overview. And now I kind of want to get into a bit of like the history that I have with the book. So, when I was 14, that's when I got the series. I initially actually watched the Bakemonogatari anime, and that was pretty cool. So I was like, okay, let me try the book. So I got the first book. I looked at the timeline. I was like, okay, that's the first book. So I read read Kizu, and bro, it was so good. But dog, like the intro was like really captivating. I know I'm just kind of skipping over because I don't want this video to be too long, and I don't want to like get into all the intricacies and whatnot. I just gave you the basic intro of how he met the vampire and whatnot. But yeah, the book was so good that I actually read it for like 6 hours straight. I remember it was like I read it till like I think it was like 4 a.m. So it was like 3, 2, 1, 12, 11. It was like, yeah, it was like from 10 to 4 in the morning. I was reading, bro. That was such a good time, bro. Oh my gosh, remember that. Such a great, amazing experience. But I still didn't finish it that night. Yeah. Any whoosies? Yeah. So that's my history with the book. I read it, and then I think I finished it like the next day or so. I gave it personally. I'll save my rating for later. But yeah, I really like how the book handles like its themes. Like, so I'm just gonna segue from that awkwardly into my next point, which is like its critiques and whatnot. So yeah. But I really like how the book handles its overall message, which is self-sacrifice and the detriment of that. The detriment to wanting to help others and wanting to help yourself. Like how wanting to help yourself and wanting to help others, how you can't just have them both the same. Like, you can't have them both ways. You can't have your cake and eat it too. It's a weird phrase. I don't even understand. Like, why can I have a cake, not eat it too? I don't know. But that's besides the point. In this scenario, you can't have both, and there's going to be a sacrifice. I mean, something's going to have to give, and I think the end of the book handles that really well, because the main character really has to struggle with that, because throughout the entire book, well, like I said in the beginning, he turns into a vampire. So basically, his mission is to go take down the people that took out the main vampire girl. Her name is Kiss Shot. We'll just call her Kiss Shot. That's not her full name. I'm not gonna get her full name. Her full name, nigga, that's too much, bro. Like, I don't even know why the frick, bro. Like, nah. She got a poem for a name. My nigga, like Edgar Allan Poe wrote it. Like, I'm like, come on, bro. Like, this is crazy. So he has to take out those vampire hunters, and there's 3 of them. So he had to take them out, and that's basically the whole premise of the book. Like, he's going around fighting them, and he's getting used to his powers more and more. Yeah. so as he does that and like wants to become human more and more, he starts to like bond with Kiss Shot more. And Kiss Shot, she's weird, you know. She's like 600 years old, not 600,000, 600 years old basically, and it's hard for him to connect with her at first because her language is weird, her lingo is weird, Japanese is weird because this place takes place in Japan, and and you know, he starts to get closer to her later on, and they form a nice little connection, a nice master-servant connection, as she phrases it, because like he's the servant because she bit his neck and he turned because of her and whatnot. Yeah. And then he turned, and then he went crazy on all the throughout the rest of the book. After she said that, because he's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be a adult servant. I'm gonna do everything I can to be back to a human. So I'm gonna do the best work I can now as a servant, so I never have to do this again. I just made that up, bro. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I mean, that's not exactly what happened at all, but I'm just tripping, bro. I'm so tired. Oh my gosh. But back to the main point. Sorry for that little tangent. Hanekawa really balances the themes out well. She's kind of like the intermediary between like the vampire world and Araragi. And also the old guy I mentioned earlier, he's not old. His name is Oshino. I don't know if I mentioned that. I think I did. But Oshino, he's basically like an outer party, but he's a guy that like deals with supernatural stuff, so he's used to it. And like basically he took this job with the vampire hunters, and he's kind of like organizing like these fight sessions between like fight night or something like between Araragi and the vampires, so he can get her body parts back, because they took her limbs that I said were removed before. So when she gets them back, she can turn Araragi back into a human. That's basically how it goes. And Hanekawa, she really she appeals to Koyomi's human side, so she makes sure like he doesn't go all the way off the edge. Oshino helps a little bit with that as well, but not as much, because he's more like, he's kind of like in the middle. He's like passive. He's like, I'm gonna just stay back. I'm gonna let y'all do what y'all want. And that was cool. That's why I really love her character. Like she's been there since the beginning. And the crazy part is it's really weird as to why. You don't really know exactly why until later on in the book. But I kind of had a hint at it when I was reading, but I didn't exactly know because I was like 14, right? Because I'm not saying I was dumb, but it was like basically it was like romance, and I was like at 14, since I didn't catch signs that well, I was like, oh, I was like Koyomi. I was like, oh, she's just a really nice, mysterious girl. I don't know. She's just really fun. I feel like something's missing here. I don't know why she's like this. Does she like him? Maybe. I don't know. That's what I was thinking. Because I really didn't know. But if I read it now, I'd be like, yeah, she's definitely into him. Because Koyomi even asked her, she said, I'm just selfish. I'm like, when I read that, I was like, Cap? Like, I don't think I'm pretty sure that's Cap. But yeah, I know now why she said that. I still don't think she was selfish, but regardless, she helps with that. Kiss Shot helps with like his vampire side, trying to egg him on into beating up all these vampire Negroes, so he can get his body back and whatnot. And Oshino is just a bit intermediary, where he's like, I'll help you get back to human man, but I'm just chilling. Like, I don't really care, So yeah, that's basically the whole book. It's just him trying to fight. It's him fighting, getting to know these characters. Oshino, the GOAT. I think he's the GOAT because he really does put in work. I'm skimming over what he did, but he puts in work as well. And yeah, honestly, outside of like how it handles like the themes of selfishness and what you want for others, being self-sacrificing and appeasing the human and monster sides, I think it delves into that really well. Sorry if I'm just doing this off the cuff again. I'm just trying to like give off like my initial thoughts of the whole thing. Or not technically my initial thoughts, because I've been sitting on this for a while, but yeah, just my spread out cool like weird thoughts so I can try to get better at improving this stuff. All right, let's move on to the next section. So outside of the themes and saying a little bit of the characters, whatnot, let's move on to the last two sections: the main characters and my rating mainly, or the main character and my rating. So Adadagi himself, he is a very altruistic person. Not especially so in this book. In this book, he's a lot more chill than he is later on. But he's also more, I guess, abrasive to people because he wants to make sure they're not as involved with him. Like initially with Hanekawa, he tried to push her away as much as possible, and she saw right through that. I guess she's just good at reading people. But yeah, he didn't want her to get wrapped up in that vampire business, so he pushed her away. But she came back in later on, so that kind of just like gives you a hint as to like what he'll do, like in self-sabotage of himself or others. Gives you a little hint to that. And then he's also he's really, I think he's funny. He's really funny in this book. He's also very horny. Makes sense. I mean, he is 17. He's only like a year younger than me at this point in the series. And, 17, 18-year-olds, they get horny. Like, they get horny. Like, he's not built any different. Like, later on in the book, when he's having, like, a mental crisis over, like, his vampire nature because of, like, a big spoiler thing that happens. I don't want to include too many spoilers because I think you guys should just check it out for yourself or watch the movies because, like, there's 3 movies you can watch called Kizumonogatari. You guys can go check that out. But, yeah, he gets, like, I mean, Hanekawa tries to, like, cheer him up, and he's like, let me feel him though. Like, you know what I mean? Like yeah, like he wants to touch some of them. Yeah. I don't want to get demonetized. It's YouTube. I'm definitely not going to risk that. Nah, heck no. Nah, freak no. But yeah, he that's like a whole chapter. He's like, and I'm like, bro, this is crazy. I remember distinctly, I told him, I was like reading the book, right? And he had the chance to like take to the next level, like, go to like, I don't know, 4th, 5th bait. Like, you know what I'm saying? And like, he did it. Like, I remember I audibly said, I don't usually do this. Or, I mean, I didn't, when I was reading that book, I didn't really say anything. But like, when I read that part, I was like, just kiss her, bro. Do it. I remember I said that. Because I was like, audibly. Because I was like, bro, how you going to do this? And I know my brother walked by. It was funny. He's like, "What are you talking about?" I was just like, "I'm just reading this book. Like he's not like taking his chances. Like, and she was into it, bro. And I was like, "Bro, what are you doing?" And I was 14 and I knew this. I was like, "Bro, you can't just let this slide." Like, bro, Hanekawa was bad. I'm telling y'all. Go look up a picture of her, bro. Oh my gosh, nigga, I'm starting to sound like Adadagi. He talks about how bad she is in the book. And this is freaking crazy. Am I just as bad as him? Nah, nigga, I'm better. I'm better than that, bro. I ain't touching no girl's bitties and then just like saying, "Oh no, I don't want to take it further." I mean, I would like when what it's the way he does it. Y'all just have to read it for yourself, bro. You'll just have to read it for yourself. For yourselves. You gotta read it for yourselves. Selves. But yeah, that's the main character. He's the GOAT. He gets way better he gets way more explored in the other books, but I really like how chill he is. Later on in the series, he's a lot more like exaggeratory and whatnot, so I enjoy how chill he is here. It's really refreshing, honestly. Like, when I was reading it, I was just like, oh, this is refreshing. Just, like, having a main character that's chill, cool. And later on, I kind of miss that. Like, I lose that, but, he's still him. He just changes. And I'm like, he's still a really good character. I really enjoy him. Just, like, I enjoyed this as much, but it's just not as refreshing later on. So it was really nice to see in this first book, like, when he's a lot more just, like in his, like, I'm starting off as a main character type beat. Like, he's not used to the supernatural stuff, how chill he is. I like that. And I like how, like, he has that balance of chill and humor, unlike kind of how he has later on, where he's, like, it kind of bounces all over the place. But, yeah. That's for the characters. I mean, that's the main character down. Now, for the rating. Now, my rating, I give this book, like, a 9.5. This is one of the, like, outside of, like, one more other book in the series, this is the highest rated one. This is, like, this is easily, like, a 9.5 or higher. Oh, shoot. So yeah, I love this book. This is like my favorite book in the series, tied with another one. And it's the first book, so you know this really set my expectations high when I first read it. And I think you guys should go read it too. Again, it's called Kizumonogatari or Wound Tale. You guys can purchase it off Amazon if y'all want it. I'm not sponsored by Nisio Isin, but Nisio, if you want to talk to me, hit me up. You know, I like to write myself, so if you want to give me some tips, really appreciate it. You know, yeah, I would very much appreciate it. If you're watching this, you're probably not. You probably don't even care, to be honest. Like, I don't even know if you go into YouTube. But, anywho, that's my rating for this first book. Sorry if this was like a jamble, whatever the frick. I'm just trying to, like, I don't know, do something new. Try to like this, what is it called? Like a book analysis. Yeah, I'm trying to like, do this book analysis type beat thing. And I just want to do it off the cuff. So I'm going to get better at it the more I go throughout the series. If you guys want to see more of this, I'm going to try like 2 or 3 more books. See if I kind of like it or not. And if I don't like it, I'll probably like stop doing it. But, you know, I got OCD, so it's hard for me to just stop things like when like I already have it numbered. So maybe not, but yeah. Yeah. Thank you for watching the video. I truly appreciate it. Hopefully this video didn't turn out too long. I hope not. I don't want it to be like 20 minutes or anything. But yeah. I think it turned out well. I hope it turned out well. It might have been a line of dead air. Hopefully not. But I feel like there was more than usual. No. But again, my final thoughts are just like reflect on them. Really good book, really good characters, really good antagonists as well. I didn't really talk about them because I kind of wanted them to see. I wanted to leave some of them for yourselves. Like there's 3 antagonists, like I mentioned, like the hunters. They're pretty cool. Dramaturgy episode and what's his name? I forgot the last guy. I don't know, Guillotine Cutter. That's his name. His official name, like his actual name. But yeah. That's my analysis. If you guys want to hear my favorite antagonist is probably Dramaturgy or Episode, one of them. Guillotine Cutter's cool too, but you know, I think you guys should just like go read the book yourselves and see what you think about them. But that's it for me. So yeah, I'm gonna go inside, probably edit my last God of War video I just made, and yeah, or try to, I guess. Why not? I mean, I made a couple videos, but I'm yapping. I'll see y'all later. Peace. Yo, quick little last thing. I know while I was about to edit the video. I said there was 3 antagonists. I meant like there's 4. Counting the girl I mentioned before on the cover. She's technically kind of both, like an antagonist, protagonist. So like, you know. But yeah, that's it. So I'll see y'all later. Peace.